Hi. Pixel games are more than just a tribute to retro style. Behind the modest graphics often lie complex mechanics and truly cozy worlds. Every building is not just part of the background, but an important piece of gameplay. Today, we'll take a journey through pixelated city-building worlds, from calm and meditative to harsh and strategically demanding. Let's start with Settlement Survival. This is a pixel city-building simulator with a strong survival element. You lead a group of survivors, building a settlement from scratch in a harsh world where resources are limited and the climate and terrain are unforgiving. A unique feature is the ability to shape the land itself, building on slopes, redistributing fields and territory for structures, adding real depth to city planning. The atmospheric pixel art and detailed mechanics create the feeling of a living settlement. The villagers aren't just numbers, but part of the story you build day by day. Survival across the seasons becomes the core challenge, especially in winter, when food stocks run low and the cold turns into a real threat. Players must balance resource gathering, farming, hunting, and careful expansion of their settlement. Every structure matters, and even the smallest shortage can put prosperity at risk. dotAGE. This is a unique pixel city-building simulator that blends roguelike mechanics with tabletop strategy. You play as a tribal elder who assigns every villager a task each turn, from gathering food and chopping wood to healing wounds or cultivating the land. It's a rich worker placement system where each decision carries weight. Turn by turn, you develop the village, train craftsmen, upgrade buildings, and expand production of resources. But this is more than just a builder. The system of fate introduces disasters: famine, frost, disease, earthquakes, even murder. Each session is a unique challenge that demands adaptation and survival. Thanks to its roguelike traits, every failure becomes experience, offering a chance to try again with new strategies. Gourdlets. This is a wonderfully peaceful building simulator in pixel style, where instead of economies, debts, or battles, you get a calm haven filled with charming little creatures. There are no loans, no taxes, no scarcity. The game frees you from any pressure. Build castles, houses, or forest parks. Everything is available right from the start. Then just watch as your residents explore and enjoy the space you've created. Over time, as the population grows, new decorative elements appear, and this gentle pace makes the game soothing and delightful. Maps are varied. You can choose a small island or a wide landscape, and the built-in photo mode lets you capture moments, observe the characters, and preserve memories of the spaces you've shaped. SUMMERHOUSE. This is a minimalist yet incredibly cozy pixel construction sandbox with no goals, no rules, only complete freedom for creativity. You pick one of 4 scenes and place doors, windows, rooftops, plants, and other details however you like. There are no limits to geometry. A fence can float in the air, a door can sit in an unexpected spot, and that only adds to the magic. It encourages experimentation, playing with shapes and styles, creating tiny corners that feel alive. The calm, meditative atmosphere draws you into a creative flow where you're not building for progress, but simply creating for yourself. Sometimes, as you place elements, you'll unlock small surprises, like animated characters or hidden tiles. They're not achievements or challenges, but simple little discoveries that bring a smile and inspire you to keep experimenting. TheoTown. This pixel city-building simulator lets you create towns ranging from small villages to sprawling metropolises. Inspired by classic city-building series, it allows you to zone residential areas, design road networks, build railroads, and even set up airports. Different difficulty modes provide either a relaxed sandbox experience or a serious urban planning challenge with limited starting capital and resident demand shaping the city's growth. Thanks to its community-made plugin system, the game can be expanded with new buildings, decorations, and functions, turning each city into a truly living project. The community has also contributed countless visual and sound packs, improvements, and decorative elements that enrich the game's atmosphere and spark creativity. It strikes the perfect balance between relaxation and depth in city building. From Glory to Goo. This is a unique mix of sci-fi RTS and pixel city building. You're tasked with establishing a colony on an alien planet, maintaining it for human settlers while defending against an encroaching slime known as the Goo. Survival RTS elements blend with city planning. You construct bases, manage resources, and plan defenses as the Goo attacks from all directions, forcing you to adapt and strike a balance between growth and survival. While the game embraces a building aesthetic, its true focus is defense and strategy under constant threat. The intensity comes from building and expanding while simultaneously repelling assaults, predicting Goo attacks, and reacting in real time, creating a level of tension not often seen in traditional city builders. Rise to Ruins. This pixel city building survival simulator begins with a small village and expands as you balance resource gathering, task management, and defense against waves of monsters. Nights bring danger, where enemies attack your walls and towers, making defense just as important as farming fields or paving roads. Magical powers give you tools to influence nature, speeding up resource growth or summoning golem guardians. But the core challenge remains in smart city planning and survival under relentless pressure. Regular free updates continually add new buildings, spells, and mechanics, expanding the game year after year. It combines depth, challenge, and a cozy atmosphere, creating a world that keeps evolving while pulling you back in. Stronghold Crusader Definitive Edition. This remaster of the classic castle-themed RTS brings back the medieval atmosphere with detailed castle construction, resource management, economic systems, and social elements like citizen happiness and taxes. The new edition features upgraded visuals, an improved interface, new lords with unique castles and tactics, fresh campaigns, co-op skirmish modes, larger maps, and full mod support through Steam Workshop. It's a powerful blend of nostalgia and modern strategy, enriching the original gameplay with fresh challenges and enhanced presentation. Dungeon Village 2. This pixel-styled RPG city-building simulator lets you create a charming town designed to attract brave adventurers. Your main task is to expand the settlement, building taverns, weapon shops, cafes, and other establishments so that heroes return, rest, gear up, and head out again for new quests. As the town grows in popularity, adventurers may choose to settle down permanently, building homes, contributing to the community, and making the city feel alive. Heroes gain experience, change professions, and grow, while tutorials guide you in shaping each character and building a party that fits your style. Defeating bosses unlocks new regions, from forests and tundras to magical zones and even the underworld, each offering more exotic heroes and loot. Some enemies you defeat can even become friends or town residents if treated kindly with the right gifts, joining your team instead of fighting against you. Another highlight is the title system. As your city earns popularity points, you can spend them on bonuses, new buildings, and unique abilities, rewarding steady growth and creativity. Littlewood. This is a cozy slice-of-life adventure that begins after the great battle is already over. You're the hero who defeated the Dark Wizard but lost your memory, and now you rebuild the world by creating and decorating a small village. The open world invites you to gather resources, chopping wood, mining, or catching bugs, fishing, and collecting berries, while slowly expanding your town. Each new resident brings unique wishes. One may want to live by the river, another on a hill, or with specific furniture in their home. Fulfilling these requests encourages them to stay, rewarding you with blueprints and unlocking new opportunities. Building and decorating aren't just mechanics, but warm puzzles shaped by your relationships with villagers. Time is measured in simple but clever daily actions. Chopping trees, fishing, or chatting all count as part of your day. With every new resident, more events and stories appear, even light touches of romance, making the community feel alive. The game inspires you to experiment, from building cafes, museums, and libraries to designing music corners and flower-filled streets, all to create your perfect little haven. Ballads of Hongye. This game transports you to a beautifully crafted world steeped in traditional Chinese aesthetics. You take the role of a magistrate tasked with restoring an ancient domain. The focus lies on creative landscaping, arranging buildings, shaping the terrain, and weaving cultural symbols into your growing settlement. But alongside artistry, there's strategy, expanding territory, facing seasonal disasters, and tackling economic challenges. Over time, even hidden conspiracies unfold as your town prospers. Two modes offer different experiences: a relaxed mode for peaceful creativity and a challenging mode with resource limits and tasks, letting you switch between calm design and structured planning. Tiny Kingdom. This is a minimalist yet cozy card-based kingdom builder, where each card you play becomes part of your kingdom's epic story. At its core is a thoughtful mechanic, placing building cards to create interconnected chains of effects that expand your realm. Smart combinations bring synergy, and careful placement fuels growth. Starting from a humble farmhouse, your pixel-styled world blossoms into a thriving medieval kingdom, shaped entirely by how you build and strategize with your cards. It's a game for those who appreciate both tranquility and depth, where every move is a deliberate step in development, and the island landscape design creates an atmosphere of comfort and meditative play. LakeSide. This side-scrolling city builder begins with a quaint lakeside village, but allows you to transform it into a majestic city-state admired across the world. Each run brings a new map, new building combinations, and a selection of wonders to construct. Hybrid mechanics keep the experience fresh. City planning blends with economics, automation, and even diplomacy. You choose architectural styles and cultural elements to personalize your city, while careful resource management turns growth into a satisfying puzzle. Unexpected natural disasters, floods, earthquakes, epidemics bring urgency, tearing down structures and forcing quick responses. It's a balance between comfort and challenge, always keeping the city alive and dynamic. Let's build a zoo. This charming pixel art zoo simulator goes far beyond enclosures and staff management. Its standout feature is a splicing system that lets you combine over 500 species into more than 300,000 possible hybrids, from pandals to giraffehants, turning your zoo into a wonderland of strange creatures. Animals can be adopted, traded, or even bought from shady dealers, while zookeepers, vets, and staff keep the park running smoothly. The game also introduces moral choices. Will you run a wholesome, ethical sanctuary or cut corners for profit? You can care for animals with the best food and treatment, or exploit them with cheap feed and overwork, turning the zoo into something far darker. Beneath its cute pixel style, the game offers surprising depth and thought-provoking decisions. Town to City. This is a wonderfully cozy yet surprisingly deep card-based city-building hybrid. You begin with a tiny hut and, turn by turn, expand your kingdom by placing building cards on an island map. Each move is a strategic choice. The card you place affects surrounding tiles, amplifying effects, generating resources, or unlocking new cards. A house provides residence, a mill generates income, a pier opens new land. But it all comes wrapped in roguelike mechanics. Your deck is limited, resources are scarce, and failure means starting from scratch, carrying only your experience forward. The meditative style hides real tension. When your hand runs dry, the game ends suddenly, forcing you to rebuild your kingdom from the ground up. Every run becomes a unique mix of planning, luck, and adaptation, and the pixel art world invites you to return again and again. Pixel city builders aren't about graphics, they're about atmosphere, where every detail matters. And perhaps that's their true magic. Through simple shapes and colors, they spark imagination and bring the feeling of genuine creation. The Image Game Channel was with you. Have a nice day.